Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear how a new partnership will impact workers at Northern Light Health.
Repairs following last month's powerful windstorm.
And we'll also hear from people who are welcoming help from the state as they struggle to heat their homes.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. We made it to Friday, everyone.
We did.
I think everybody's relieved to have that. The weekend is upon us. As far as the weather's concerned, it doesn't look like a terrible weekend ahead, although it looks like we'll have some more clouds, some more chances of flurries. We're getting kind of used to that. No big storms right upon us, but just kind of messy out there a little bit.
Right. Nothing the snowplows need to be out and about for today, at least.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, they might be doing some salting because things are pretty icy out there.
Still, yeah. Devin Biggs has the forecast.
Hey, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. So we woke up to some snow this morning. We got about 2 to 4 inches in some areas, and now we're seeing some reduced visibility still. That could possibly be as a result of some fog or some snow that's still falling across the area. We do still have a small cloud advisory. It is in effect until 1 p.m. Friday, or later this afternoon, I should say, as we'll start seeing the winds calming down by that point along the coast. But meanwhile, though, the radar and satellite showing things calming down for now, and the key word is for now. You can look further off towards the south and west. We're still seeing some more precipitation developing. It's this wave right here off toward our south and west. It's going to be moving in later on this afternoon. That'll give us another chance for up to 1 inch of snow possible in a few areas. Let's zoom things out. This is kind of the only game going on right now, this area of pressure that's currently moving through. Not much action further off towards the west. So once you get this through, things will begin to calm down for a few days. The winds won't be too bad either, backing off to about 5 miles per hour, hence why the small cloud advisory expires later this afternoon, but the winds remaining calm even through parts of Saturday afternoon. As for futurecasting, by about this afternoon, by about 2 o'clock or so, we'll start seeing the snow moving through, maybe a quick little burst of a few flurries by early Saturday morning, but otherwise, though, things will start to calm down pretty quickly as we head towards the weekend. So for today, snow showers around 1 inch possible, highs in the lower 30s, that north wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And our early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, cloudy skies, snow showers get going by around 2 to 3 o'clock. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, one of the state's largest healthcare providers has announced a new partnership that could affect a portion of its workers.
Devin Dagnall met with the president and CEO to discuss what changes are coming.
Northern Light Health announced that they will begin a strategic relationship with Optum. Tim Dentry, the president and CEO of Northern Light Health, says that he hopes the partnership will help streamline a lot of the services the healthcare provider has struggled with in the past. Dentry says the partnership will improve things like information systems, supply chains, and the digital experience for patients.
I'm very positive and upbeat about this because I think it's good. It's good for our staff, and it's especially good for our direct caregivers.
According to Dentry, the new relationship will only affect about 10% of the active staff across the whole of Northern Light Health.
This is for very specific operations, and again, they're support services. So it's not direct patient care in any way, shape, or form. This is really supply chain. It is the rev cycle from the time you schedule an appointment through billing and all those kinds of headache things that are in healthcare.
Dentry says that those affected by the partnership don't need to worry about any downsizing because their jobs are actually guaranteed under the first year of the contract. After that, he says there's still no cause for concern.
Other health systems that have had this in place for 3-4 years, they've actually added staff. Their turnover rate is less than half of what ours is right now in the state. There's no guarantees beyond a year, but we think the track record is such that it's going to be a very positive thing for all of their careers.
Dentry says it will take some time before Optum is fully integrated, and he expects the process to be more or less completed by the end of March. In Brewer for ABC7 and Fox 22, I'm Devin Dagnall.
Meanwhile, new details now in a crash that badly damaged a home and may lead to charges. The Piscataquis County Sheriff's Office says they have identified the driver of a vehicle that crashed into a home on Mains Road in Abbott on Wednesday night. The Sheriff's Office says the operator was a 16-year-old girl from Guilford who claimed that she had swerved to avoid a deer when she hit the home. Construction crews were at the scene of the incident yesterday starting to make repairs. According to the Sheriff's Office Facebook page, deputies responded to what they called a hit-and-run incident along Main Road at 4:40 Wednesday, in which a vehicle appeared to be traveling at a high rate of speed before crashing. Nobody was there at the time. Officers are still investigating, but say charges may be coming.
A somber record for 2022. Maine finished the year with 179 highway fatalities, the most in 15 years. Officials with the Maine Bureau of Highway Safety are spreading awareness in hopes of making Maine roads safer. Highway Safety Coordinator Nicholas Brown says they've seen some disturbing trends since the onset of the pandemic.
It just seems like once the pandemic hit, people started reverting back to doing more reckless endangerment when it comes to driving and whatnot, and making, the wrong choices when they get behind the wheel. It's safety first. You want to put your phone away. You have to make sure you have no impairment whatsoever.
Brown says their ultimate goal is to have 0 highway fatalities. He says that takes everyone doing their part by always remembering to wear your seatbelt and to always drive sober and without distractions.
Well, waterfront businesses in Bar Harbor have filed an injunction as part of their federal lawsuit against the new daily limit on cruise ship passengers allowed in the town. In November, Bar Harbor voters approved a limit of 1,000 incoming passengers per day to that popular tourist destination. The lawsuit states 2,000 to 4,500 passengers normally disembark daily during the cruise ship season. Fish Main Restaurant Group co-owner Christy Bond says the limit would be devastating to businesses that rely on the town's strong tourist industry.
We'll start with, we'll probably have to close earlier and open later. We'll probably have to employ less people. The list goes on. If I'm employing less people, there's less people in town spending money. The trickle down is real.
Bond says the businesses have filed for an injunction with the hopes of putting these new rules on hold while the lawsuit plays out.
The purpose of that is to keep everything the status quo while the judge is going through and trying to determine his decision, so that hopefully the cruise ships next year can stay as they are scheduled. We're hopeful that the judge will understand that it's going to cause immediate irreparable harm if all these ships don't come next summer.
Business owners were shocked and disheartened by the vote by Bar Harbor residents who say they are fed up with the congestion during the busy months. As of now, the judge has yet to make a decision on the motion for that injunction.
The city of Belfast is expecting costly repairs after that late December storm devastated the coast. David Ledford has the story.
It was a big storm. We've seen them before. We'll see them again, but we'll make do.
Belfast is still dealing with the fallout from a storm in late December that brought a different kind of winter weather. According to city officials, the cost to repair city-owned property, including docks and boathouses, and clear debris from the powerful storm that hit on December 23rd, could cost as much as $120,000. Belfast Fire Chief Patrick Richards says the significance of the damage is due to the city's proximity to the ocean and a lack of an effective coastal defense.
We sustained some very heavy winds, high winds, a lot of impact from the ocean, the sea level rise. Anything that comes from the ocean, we suffer quite a significant impact. There's just no protection there.
While a large portion of this debris was cleared before the start of the new year, many docks are still stacked up on nearby land, waiting to be repaired. Richards says this has impacted the fishing and boating community the most, but does not expect summer tourism to be affected. Belfast Mayor Eric Sanders says that the city has seen similar storm damage in the past, and that the town is planning to rebuild the current breakwater, which is meant to reduce the power of incoming waves before they reach the shore. Sanders says that rebuilding the breakwater to be both taller and longer could cost an estimated $11 million.
It's going to cost money, but it's needed. In '87, people said they were crazy to build it, they'd never need it, and I was down there that morning on the 23rd, and you couldn't even see it.
In Belfast, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Boy, that was a horrible storm, and Belfast is just one of the communities still dealing with the effects of the storm. It'll be a while before they get everything fixed.
I know, absolutely. Yeah. I didn't realize that was the extent of it, but it makes sense.
Yep.
And we were just talking I wish I went beachcombing after that storm.
Probably find a lot of good sea glass
and
stuff like that.
Something. Well, the time now is 6:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, the city of Bangor has provided new charging stations for people with electric vehicles.
We'll tell you where to find them, but first, a check of your forecast. Today, we can expect another gray day. There will be some light snow around. The highs near 33 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy with lows dropping down to around 23. Tomorrow, we may see some breaks of sunshine. It will be just a bit warmer with highs near 38 degrees.
It's time to start planning that new home or garage you've been thinking about. Hammond Lumber Company is here to help, offering complete building packages with everything you need. With several options on their website and thousands of unique plans in their in-house drawing catalog, Hammond will help you make your dreams a reality. Choose your materials from Hammond's extensive showroom displays, and Hammond will deliver your order from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Start planning your new home or garage at Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Double homicide, a dark mystery, and a haunting note left behind.
It said, I have been watching for a long time.
Was someone watching this family?
My jaw dropped.
The new 2020 tonight on ABC.
What's the least sexy thing your wife has ever worn in the bedroom?
Granny panties, Steve.
Don't miss Family Feud. Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
How do you figure that it's not your fault? If not yours, then whose?
Marilyn Millian. Look, Miss.
Don't call me Miss, it's Judge.
Well, Miss Judge.
Not Miss Judge, just Judge.
The People's Court. I like this style, Judge.
All this week at 4 on ABC 7.
Welcome back, everyone. Tens of thousands of Mainers are about to get $450 checks sent to their bank accounts. It's part of that emergency heating relief plan that was just signed into law.
And as Asia Reed shows us, a lot of people say they're looking forward to the extra help.
Eligible Mainers will receive $450 as a part of the emergency heating relief plan, which the governor signed Wednesday, right before her inauguration.
I think it's too bad that it got delayed into January, but I'm glad that the legislature was able to come together and actually help the Maine people get through this hard winter.
The plan is to help eligible Mainers with $40 million going towards home heating assistance and $10 million in emergency fuel assistance.
I believe that families are struggling, and the ones that are struggling need heat.
It's necessary for a lot of people, but a lot of people it isn't.
Not everyone is on board with the idea.
Not unless they deserve it. If you're on Social Security, and that's all you got, and basically, but people with making $100,000, $200,000, $80,000, take care of yourself.
Single filing Mainers who make under $100,000 a year could receive $450, $900 for those filing jointly and making less than $200,000 a year.
I think $450 is a good start. I think some folks will always need more.
I mean, it's better than nothing. That's about half a tank for most little houses these days. It helps.
I think perhaps $450 isn't going to go very far this time.
$450 would probably buy half a tank of oil, I think, and it would help. I just wonder where the money's coming from.
The state says funding comes from surplus money. Governor Mills says about 880,000 residents will get the money. The state says Mainers could receive a check in their mailbox as soon as mid-January.
The city of Bangor has installed 2 new electric vehicle charging stations, which are available for public use. The stations are located across the street from Bangor Public Library and inside of the Pickering Square parking garage. Bangor has been working on installing these charging stations since receiving funding from the state's Community Action Grant Program. The new additions bring the total number of city-provided stations to 4, each having the ability to charge 2 cars at the same time.
10 rural libraries across the state of Maine have received funding in order to make telehealth appointments more accessible. It's all part of the Maine State Library Health Connect program. That program is supported by funding awarded to the Maine State Library as part of the American Rescue Plan Act. Under the program, select libraries will offer telehealth appointments free of charge. Residents can set up online face-to-face appointments that are held inside of a soundproof private room at the designated library of choice. The Alice L. Pendleton Library in Islesboro, Cary Library in Holton, Pittsfield Public Library, and the Skowhegan Free Public Library are just a few of the libraries picked for this program.
It's a great savings. With gas prices almost $4 a gallon here now, it saves a lot of money for the patients and a lot of time and gives them peace of mind that they don't have to travel in the wintertime.
Wellington says telehealth patients just need to bring their Zoom ID with them to the library in order to join their appointments in those new spaces. Makes sense. You know, a lot of people, it's tough to get to Bangor, some of the bigger communities for appointments and things like that.
Right.
This way they can stay right in their own communities and do it right there on the Zoom call.
Right. And I know Wi-Fi has to be pretty good to do well in those Zoom calls. Otherwise, it's really iffy.
It drops out. And,
right. And libraries are already sanctuaries for so many people. This just adds to it. So that's awesome. Well, the time now is 6:16. After the break, we'll hear from the doctors that have been tending to Damar Hamlin.
Plus, we'll have the community calendar for local events going on this weekend. That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Comfort Shoes and More will make winter easier. Next Grip men's and ladies' boots feature cutting-edge technology to make walkways a breeze. Corkers are made with interchangeable soles to conquer the roughest winter conditions. Navitec with the flip it and clip it spikes make you confident no matter what the conditions are. Bruce McDonald, trained podorthist, will make sure the fit is perfect for you. See why thousands of people have trusted Comfort Shoes and More for all of their footwear. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team.
Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy. Featuring no dock or hidden fees at all, we offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyautosales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves. Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
The family of a Maine veteran voiced concerns about the condition of his gravestone at a state cemetery, saying the lettering was fading away. Dan Lampriello shows us how the issue is impacting much more than one veteran and how it will be fixed.
The Southern Maine Veterans Cemetery is a place of remembrance.
It's a little over 7 years that he's been buried here.
For Marilyn Earle, it's a place to see her husband Richard, who served in the Army Air Corps.
He was a helicopter pilot and he was in Vietnam.
Like so many other Maine veterans, that service is honored row by row here. But amid what's supposed to be a uniformed memorial, Marilyn Earle says her husband's grave no longer fits in.
If you look at the one directly behind him, the name and all stand right out and look beautiful. And this one, it's like ho-hum. No, it's just not correct.
Earle says she first started seeing the black inlay on the gravestone chip away a few years ago, but it's now almost completely gone.
Before, it was very nice. The letters were very prominent. There was no trouble reading it, and you could tell what branch of service they were in, what years they served and all. And now you have to go right up. You'd almost have to do a shading on it to read it.
Her late husband's grave is not the only one, with dozens in different stages of deterioration, something Earle says she brought to the cemetery but couldn't get an answer or fix on.
And he said, well, there's not much you can do about it. And I said, well, I'd like to color it in myself. And he said, well, that would be defacing government property, and there's certainly a fine or even jail for that. Well, you know, I became intimidated by that a bit.
Which eventually led her and her family to reach out to the I-Team. And within hours, we had an answer and a commitment to make things right. The Maine Bureau of Veterans Services says the black inlay was painted with lithochrome, a water-resistant paint which over time can fade or chip in a very non-uniform way. The headstones are provided free for veterans buried here by the federal government, and the state now says they'll be working with them to replace Richard Earl's. It's a step his widow hopes could help other veterans moving forward.
Television reaches a lot of people, and people are concerned about the veterans.
Yeah, that might be a good project for some of the scout troops or something like that.
Absolutely.
Learn how to do the lettering and that kind of thing.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
I was thinking there's volunteers for this. I'm in a Facebook group called Saving Maine's Old Cemeteries, and there's plenty of people that have interest in doing projects like these.
Yeah, to reach out to the scouts. I'm sure they'll step right up. They're always looking for projects and things like that, too.
Absolutely. The time now is 6:20.
Time to get a full look at our weather forecast. Here's Devin.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. So visibility is reduced in a few spots this morning, possibly due to some snow flurries across the area and possibly even some fog. So keep an eye on that this morning as you do make that morning commute. Reduced small craft advisories up till early this afternoon. The winds are starting to calm down now, but it'll take a little bit for the wave heights to respond with the system just off toward our east. But for now, here's a look at the latest maps. So again, we've been watching some snow moving through from time to time. Could be some fog or a few flurries out there. It's further off towards the south and west where we have been seeing this wave of moisture right here. It's tracking in from the southwest going toward the north and east. So we have this little bit of a wave on the way yet before things start to calm down as we head into the weekend. Still maybe a slight chance for snow as we head towards your Saturday, but that'll be about it. Here's the area low pressure off toward the north. Here's another one right here tracking off towards the north and east. So again, once we get things through, we have a slight chance for snow Saturday and a Saturday night, but that'll be about all. Futurecast moving forward, here's a general idea. Around 2 to 3 o'clock, we'll start seeing us developing and tracking off towards the east. By later this evening, we'll start seeing things calming down, and by Saturday, start off with some clouds, maybe a few flurries trying to sneak in here from time to time, but the sky really starts to clear out of here later on Saturday night, except for the eastern areas, maybe a few flurries there. But by Sunday morning, we'll see some clearing of the skies, which will equal some sunshine. This is going a little bit more aggressive than I'm thinking, though, at this point, at least around an inch or less possible before we're all finished up. Maybe some isolated areas of up to 1 inch, but that'll generally be about all. So your forecast moving forward for it, say, looks a little bit like this. Lower 30s on the way, nearly above freezing. Snow showers with around an inch or less possible. Well, that north breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we look ahead towards tonight, the lower 20s do make a return. Some snow showers early. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, a lot calmer. Upper 30s on the way, getting above freezing. Mostly cloudy. Slight chance for a few snow showers still can't be ruled out. But look at the wind backing off out of the west to about 5 miles per hour at best. Here's a look at your extended forecast. So again, by Sunday, all the snow is wrapped up. Mostly sunny. Temperatures cool off with upper 20s for the high temperature after an overnight low Saturday night to around 12 degrees. We warm up into the upper 30s by Monday with a partly cloudy sky. But then look ahead towards Tuesday. Upper 30s are back yet again. Scattered snow showers on the way yet again as another system begins to move in.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Oh, that feels so good. What a sweetheart. I'm so lucky.
These socks are so soft. And her feet don't smell? These would be perfect for hunting season.
Moisture wicking, odor resistant, hypoallergenic, softer than cashmere, and warmer than wool. Get your alpaca socks and more at the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Hey babe, can I borrow these socks?
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a professional contractor, the experts at Dawn DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Dawn DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Dawn DeKalb Mainwood Floors. Buy from the best, forget the rest.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Some good news now on the condition of Buffalo Bills safety, Damar Hamlin. The team reports he has shown remarkable improvement. Hamlin went into cardiac arrest after making a tackle during Monday night's game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Hamlin remains critically ill and in the hospital's intensive care unit, but he was able to open his eyes last night, and today he's been communicating through writing. According to the Bills, the first question he asked was, did we win the game?
To paraphrase one of our partners, when he asked, did we win, the answer is yes. Damar, you won. You've won the game of life. And that's probably the most important thing out of this, and we really need to keep him at the center of everything else that's going on. And we really want to ensure a good outcome for him.
Doctors say they are still working to determine the exact cause of Hamlin's cardiac arrest. Coming up in sports, we'll have reactions from Patriots players and staff who are currently preparing their matchup with Buffalo on Sunday.
Well, we turn now to the chaos on Capitol Hill. A group of conservative Republicans continues to block their own conference leader, Kevin McCarthy, from becoming the next House Speaker. McCarthy has now lost 11 rounds of votes in the last 3 days. ABC's Alex Prescia has the latest from Washington.
Republican Kevin McCarthy now gearing up for a fourth day of votes on whether or not he should be the new GOP House Speaker.
A speaker has not been elected.
Vote after vote, McCarthy has now failed 11 times. The last time a speaker's race went beyond 9 ballots was 1859. But the California Republican telling ABC as he left Capitol Hill late last night, he's willing to drag this out.
I'm not putting any timeline on it. I just think we've got some progress going on. We've got members talking. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
McCarthy hopes caving to key demands from GOP holdouts will give him the votes he needs. He's even offering to change the House rules so one single lawmaker could force a vote to remove a speaker. Some of his supporters say he's giving in too much.
We cannot allow a small group of folks commit political terrorism, and that's what they're doing.
Democrats pointing to the dysfunction.
Kevin McCarthy's ego and his pursuit of this speakership at all costs is drowning out the voices and the needs of the American people.
Without a speaker, the House is at a standstill. Members can't be sworn in, meaning they also can't help their constituents on everything from passport requests to helping people apply for federal benefits. Top lawmakers also warning they won't have security clearance until they're sworn in. No classified briefings with military or intelligence. There's also concern that some staffers won't get paid and could even lose benefits.
One Republican tweeting, the handful holding up the speaker election is not helping Americans, but directly hurting them.
President Biden will mark the second anniversary of the January 6th Capitol attack today by honoring those who protected the Capitol. Among those being recognized are several police officers who defended the Capitol. That includes Officer Brian Sicknick, who died from his injuries in the days following the attack. His partner has now filed a wrongful death lawsuit against former President Trump and 2 people who were at the Capitol that day. The suit states Sicknick's wrongful death was a direct and foreseeable consequence of the defendant's unlawful actions. It seeks $10 million from each defendant. Still to come here on the second half of our show, a once-in-a-lifetime event will be occurring in the stars. We'll have the details on how to spot it.
Plus, we'll get a glimpse of the latest cutting-edge inventions from the most influential tech event in the world. That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Comfort Shoes and More will make winter easier. Next Grip men's and ladies' boots feature cutting-edge technology to make walkways a breeze. Corkers are made with interchangeable soles to conquer the roughest winter conditions. Navitec with the flip it and clip it spikes make you confident no matter what the conditions are. Bruce McDonald's trained podorthist will make sure the fit is perfect for you. See why thousands of people have trusted Comfort Shoes and More for all of their footwear. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Toyota's all-wheel drive vehicles not only conquer the elements, Toyota conquers its competitors by sheer selection. You see, Toyota has 20 different all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models. That's more than Subaru, more than Honda, more than Jeep. Conquer most anything with the 202 horsepower all-wheel drive Camry or the fun all-wheel drive Corolla Cross, both with Toyota Safety Sense technology included. See your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
To the bucket. Big time basketball right there. Oh, shot out of a cannon. Bring the house down. Can you believe this? Talk about nuggets. What a play. How about that? Wow. None better than this. That's what I'm talking about.
Creighton, UConn, then Michigan State. Saturday at 11:30 Eastern on Fox.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
In Bangor.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Today is Friday, January 5th, 2023. Today is also Three Kings Day, marking the 12th day of Christmas and the glorification of baby Jesus by the three wise men. And today is also Armenian Christmas, so if you're Armenian, Merry Christmas to you.
On this day in Maine history, in 1854, novelist Sally Sayward Barrell Wood, known in print as Madam Wood, who was Maine's first novelist and the first female American writer of Gothic fiction, died at the age of 95. And on this day in national history, in 1838, Samuel Morse and Alfred Vail demonstrated their telegraph machine in New Jersey.
And for birthdays today, we have comedian and actor Rowan Atkinson. He's 68. Actor Norman Reedus is 59 today. And rapper, Polo G is 24. Oh boy, I love Polo G. Just crank me up some Polo G, boy, and I'll be happy.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
I think that's an exaggeration.
It is. I know some rap. I'm not, I can't give you any right now, nor do you want to hear it. But. Anyway, let's talk about the weather. Kind of slippery out there still today. It's pretty cold out there. We still have a lot of ice and everything on the road from yesterday. And today,
still a mess.
Today, still getting a little more light snow, so be careful as you're heading out today.
Yeah, absolutely. Devin Biggs says the forecast.
Polo G, huh? To check that out.
Hey, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. So we woke up to some snow this morning. We got about 2 to 4 inches in some areas, and now we're seeing some reduced visibility still. That could possibly be as a result of some fog or some snow that's still falling across the area. We do still have a small cloud advisory. It is in effect until 1 p.m. Friday, or later this afternoon, I should say, as we'll start seeing the winds calming down by that point along the coast. But meanwhile, though, the radar and satellite showing things calming down for now, and the key word is for now. You can look further off towards the south and west. We're still seeing some more precipitation developing. It's this wave right here off toward our south and west. It's going to be moving in later on this afternoon. That'll give us another chance for up to 1 inch of snow possible in a few areas. Let's zoom things out. This is kind of the only game going on right now. This aerial pressure that's currently moving through. Not much action further off towards the west. So once we get this through, things will begin to calm down for a few days. The winds won't be too bad either, backing off to about 5 miles per hour, hence why the small craft advisory expires later this afternoon, but the winds remaining calm even through parts of Saturday afternoon. As for futurecasting, by about this afternoon, by about 2 o'clock or so, we'll start seeing the snow moving through, maybe a quick little burst of a few flurries by early Saturday morning, but otherwise, so things will start to calm down pretty quickly as we head towards the weekend. So for today, snow showers around an inch possible, highs in the lower 30s, that north wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And our early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, cloudy skies, snow showers get going by around 2 to 3 o'clock. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, experts are saying that there is a once-in-a-lifetime event happening right over our heads. It was discovered that the comet C2022E3, easy for me to say, will be visible for the first time in 50,000 years.
It is expected the comet might get to visible to the unaided eye, but we'll have to wait and see. Comets are notoriously hard to predict their brightness. It really depends on the amount of material that's melted off as it passes by the sun, and the interaction with the solar wind will sort of push on that, creating the comet's tail.
Don Latch, the director of the Versant Power Astronomy Center, says that for the best results while trying to see the comet, you can use binoculars on a dark night. Latch also says to use a star chart to make locating that comet a little easier. I think I read something like the last time it went around was like during the Ice Age or something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now we have an app for that.
Now we have an app for that, just to figure out where it is.
Right, right. And now let's take a look at the community calendar for events going on this weekend. All right, so starting tonight, First Friday in downtown Waterville, 4 p.m. through 7 p.m. On the first Friday of each month now in Waterville, visit downtown to meet artists, participate in various workshops, listen to live music, eat delicious local food, and just come together as a community. And Maine's own comedian Bob Marley tonight at the Grand. This is in Ellsworth. I believe this show is sold out. It's 5:30 to 7, but there's more shows all weekend. Bob Marley will be at the Grand all weekend, ready to perform 6 different shows. Tickets are $35, and like I said, Friday sold out, I believe. Worlds of Ice Planetarium Experience at the Versant Power Astronomy Center in Orono, 7 p.m. through 8 p.m. tonight. Journey to the farthest reaches of the solar system, traveling through the dimensions of ice through the remote territories of the Arctic. Tickets are between $5 and $7. And the Ultimate Aussie Tribute Band at Hamden Academy at 7:30 tonight. Tribute band Crazy Train will perform a fundraising concert to support the music programs at Hamden Academy. Tickets are between $7 and $15. And Frozen Friday Laser Light Skate with a DJ tonight at Penobscot Ice Arena and Brewer, 7:30 through 9:30. It's 2 hours long and it's $15. And Fogtown DJ set tonight in Bar Harbor. DJ will be at Fogtown Brewing. All right, tomorrow, $2 community yoga at the Gatherings in Surrey, 8 a.m. And one starts at 8 and one starts at 9. This is a casual yoga class with help from teachers. It's meant mostly for yoga beginners and intermediates, but it's open to all ages. Yoga mats are available, and a separate unattended playroom for kids is available as well if needed. Blacksmithing class at the 19th Century Curran Village in Orrington. It's at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Call to register in advance. We have that link on our website. Go to foxbangor.com. Story Hour at the library at the Stockton Springs Community Library, 10 a.m. through 11 a.m. It's for kids of all ages. There's snacks and a fun activity as well. Winter Birdhouse Paint and Sip tomorrow night at Generations Boutique and Art Studio in Brewer. It's at 5:30. Make sure to register in advance. It's also BYOB. Psychic Fair at Sunny's Museum and Rock Shop in Augusta, 10 a.m. through 4 p.m. tomorrow. There's vendors, psychic mediums, Reiki, and tarot readers. And tomorrow there's a benefit spaghetti dinner for Grayson. We had Grayson's grandmother on our show a few days ago. This is going on at the Leroy H. Smith School in Winterport. It's at 4:30. It costs $5 per person and $20 for family. There's a silent auction and raffle as well. So
hopefully a lot of people turn out to that spaghetti dinner. He needs a kidney donation, and they're trying to raise money to help his family deal with all the high costs dealing with all that.
And if you can't make it to the dinner and you still want to donate, they have a GoFundMe as well. So all sorts of stuff going on this weekend.
We like it, and it looks like a pretty good weekend for it, too.
Right, absolutely. When we return, Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol will have your sports recap.
Don't go away.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard Parks.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Friday nights are about to get wild for basketball fans. Friday Night Fast Break is your source for everything that is Maine high school basketball, highlights, and local analysis. It's the only show that hits every corner of Maine's hardwood hoop landscape, high school, college, and professional. Join us Friday night during basketball season for Friday Night Fast Break on ABC 7 News at 11. Brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Put a little more cash in your bag. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We will start with some positive news. As it's been reported on Thursday, Damar Hamlin is improving, and he's making leaps and bounds. He is awake. He's squeezing the hands of family members. He's communicating through writing. On Thursday, we heard from the Patriots for the first time prior to the injury, and they're getting ready to play the Bills, Hamlin's team, this Sunday in what's definitely going to be an emotional game, probably the most emotional NFL game that we've seen in years. And as they did earlier in the week on social media, New England offered some really strong support for Buffalo, for Hamlin, and for Hamlin's family ahead of this weekend's matchup.
We're all in this together, and I think it's important to realize that football is a game that brings people together. And I think this is a great example of bringing not only our teams together, but the whole league, the whole world, really, the whole nation.
Life's bigger than this game, and I think this is one of these humbling moments for all of us that stands out. I'd say as a coach, it's different, and I've expressed this, to the players multiple times, but the amount of respect that I have for them and what they do, and how they do it is immense.
Kind words there from Belichick. Certainly whatever happens on Sunday, life is bigger than this upcoming game. Let's move on now to some high school sports. Construction crews broke ground over at Herman High School as part of the Pottle Field reconstruction project just months after the measure was voted through.
A lot of good stuff going on around here. As sad as I am to see the bulldozers plowing off Pottle that I've been playing, been a part of for 6 years, I'm glad to see this stuff being up in a pile right now.
Pottle Field in Herman is getting a makeover.
That would be a new track, new artificial turf playing surface over here at Pottle Field, practice field in between.
Crews began the reconstruction project on Thursday, and the new complex means so much more to Hawks athletics than just a new playing surface for their football team.
I always see the soccer teams practicing in the outfield of the baseball field, and from a coach's standpoint, that would be like me practicing on a 40-yard football field. It's just great all around for the school and the community.
And especially important is the track. Now, the Hawks track and field teams can practice and compete in Herman.
And to finally have a track, our track program has been paying Hamden to go over there and use their facilities, and it would be great for our track program to start building.
The previous playing surface was just inches above a layer of rock, which kept moisture directly underneath the grass. That caused more problems than just some mud stains on the jerseys.
I love to ground and pound, and I love to watch people roll around in mud, and I love that part of football. It's the fact that this playing surface is, in some spots, are just inches above rock, and in some parts you can be walking at the 40-yard line, and next thing you know, you're touching rock.
As for Coach Gallant and everyone else involved in athletics, seeing this project underway after receiving support from the entire community to vote this through means the world.
The citizens of Herman have have seen what we're doing, are excited about it. They want to back us and they want to help us take it to that next level. So I'm super excited, and thank you to all those people that voted it through.
Looking forward to see how that turns out. I love running up and down the sideline at Pottle Field, and now I don't have to worry about touching rock when I do it. Let's head to the hardwood now. In Husson, both of their men's and women's programs get their first taste of NAC action this weekend, and they're both coming off of some pretty long road trips, too. Starting with the women, they are coming off of a 1-1 trip in Daytona, Florida, where they rung in the new year together. Coach Kissy Walker tells me it was a great bonding experience to gear up for the back half of the year. They've got a few returners, but they're also working in 9 newcomers in the mix, so it's been a learning curve. They still have their sights set in a return to the NAC championship, but they know they won't be getting there overnight.
Being in that championship game and having a lot of returners certainly is something that everybody wants again. And I honestly think we just have to take one game at a time and look to keep building. I don't think we can put that pressure on that we've got to be in the championship or we've got to win the East. It's just game by game getting better and better. So we just kind of keep talking about the process.
As for the men, they have dropped a few in a row, but they've had a lot of close losses, several single-digit losses, and their most recent one against Occidental, a 60-59 loss, came down to the final possession. So the Eagles are defending NAC champions, and after a tough non-conference schedule, they're ready to get back to some familiar opponents. But like the women, they recognize there is a lot of newness this year, and they're also focused on the process more than they are results.
Well, one of the things that we recognized and we knew was going to be a process is, we had a lot of guys moving into new roles. Even the guys coming back are in the new roles. But I think all in all, the process of us maturing and understanding our roles is coming along. And as we enter conference play, hopefully we're ready to go.
Looking forward to see what they can do this weekend, both in action Friday and Saturday at Newman Gym. Let's stay with hoops now, and we'll head to some high school sports. A lot of games frozen out on Thursday, but we'll go to Brewer. A Class A North matchup between the Witches and the Tigers. Brewer looking to make it 9 straight. Tigers trying to hand them that first L of the season. Second quarter, Ryder Goodwin with the ball. Nice take, little two-man game between him and Cam Hughes, and then a nice take to the basket. Soft finish for the big man, which is up big. But Gardner would fight back. Here is Braden Elliott. He goes under the hoop, a nice move on the pump fake, and then he connects for 2. But the Witches were all over the Tigers. Here's Cam Hughes off of the inbounds, nothing but net from 3, and then turning defense into offense. Look at Brady Saunders right here. Pokes that out, leaks out for the long pass, and then lays it in nice and smooth. Brewer wins again. Final score is 80-40. Foxcroft also handed Dexter their first loss of the year, and Old Town beat Hermit tonight. Those are really all the games in our area. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
This week, it's the wheel of indecision.
I don't know. It's a tough call.
No.
So it's either spin or solve. What do you think?
Plus, is Pat put in his place?
Over 5,000. I'm getting. You're not. Should I just shut up at this point?
For 1 second.
Yeah. Sorry. Rob is appearing here all week.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Electronics show is in full swing with thousands of unique inventions aiming to improve our lives and the world around us. Fox News correspondent Marianne Rafferty takes a look.
A color-changing car, an electromagnetic massage chair, and even a device for testing the ripeness of your avocados.
We are using a non-destructive method with light that shines through the avocado and measures the ripeness state.
These are just a tiny portion of the thousands of inventions now on display at the 2023 Consumer Electronics Show in fabulous Las Vegas.
Really amazing, jaw-dropping, mind-blowing. It's really hard to put everything into words.
After last year, CES was scaled down due to the Omicron variant. Officials say this year's event will be bigger and better, with gadgets primed to enhance our lives, like this brainwave scanning helmet.
This machine could work for early detection of Alzheimer's dementia, or some Parkinson's, depression, or some mild traumatic brain injuries.
And innovations to help make the planet greener, like this foldable electric bike and these electric-powered rollerblades.
You have 20 miles per hour top speed, 20 miles autonomy. So the main goal of Atmos Gear is for people to use skates as a means for daily commutes.
Meanwhile, this robotic dog may be entertaining, but the startup behind it hopes its artificial intelligence voice-controlled technology can stem beyond toys.
The idea is you can control any machines, from robots to drones to cars to aircraft, with your voice. You don't have to be an engineer.
Besides these gadgets, tech enthusiasts can also expect to see more virtual reality devices geared for the metaverse. CES ends Sunday. Marianne Rafferty, Fox News.
Pretty interesting. I love that stuff.
I'm still hung up on the avocado ripeness tester. Just use your noggin.
I've got one
Come
right
on.
here.
Yeah.
I like the color-changing car idea, though.
Yeah.
I think that's coming out from BMW. They're
Right.
doing that. I'm not sure where that's going to lead, but
If it gets dirty, you can change
eventually
it to brown.
press a button.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling like a red car today, you know. So
Some days you are.
some days you are. Some days you want to be bold, you
Right.
know. So
Not yellow, though.
I'm driving a black truck now.
Yeah.
Says a lot about my life. I'm just kidding. All right, let's talk about the weather now.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. It's a gray day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the color's not changing.
It's going to make my truck wicked dirty.
Yeah, I know. It rained, so I talked myself out of washing my car.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
Wait for Sunday. It will be sunny on Sunday.
Good point.
Let's check in with
Good
Devin.
point.
All righty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. So visibility is reduced in a few spots this morning, possibly due to some snow flurries across the area and possibly even some fog. So keep an eye on that this morning as you do make that morning commute. Reduced small craft advisories up till early this afternoon. The winds are starting to calm down now, but it'll take a little bit for the wave heights to respond with the system just off toward our east. But for now, here's a look at the latest maps. So again, we've been watching some snow moving through from time to time. Could be some fog or a few flurries out there. It's further off towards the south and west where we have been seeing this wave of moisture right here. It's tracking in from the southwest going toward the north and east. So we have this little bit of a wave on the way yet before things start to calm down as we head into the weekend. Still maybe a slight chance for snow as we head towards your Saturday, but that'll be about it. Here's the area low pressure off toward the north. Here's another one right here tracking off towards the north and east. So again, once we get things through, we have a slight chance for snow Saturday and a Saturday night, but that'll be about all. Futurecast moving forward, here's a general idea. Around 2 to 3 o'clock, we'll start seeing us developing and tracking off towards the east. By later this evening, we'll start seeing things calming down, and by Saturday, start off with some clouds, maybe a few flurries trying to sneak in here from time to time, but the sky really starts to clear out of here later on Saturday night, except for the eastern areas, maybe a few flurries there. But by Sunday morning, we'll see some clearing of the skies, which will equal some sunshine. This is going a little bit more aggressive than I'm thinking, though, at this point, at least around an inch or less possible before we're all finished up. Maybe some isolated areas of up to 1 inch, but that'll generally be about all. So your forecast moving forward for it, say, looks a little bit like this. Lower 30s on the way, nearly above freezing. Snow showers with around an inch or less possible. Well, that north breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we look ahead towards tonight, the lower 20s do make a return. Some snow showers early. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, a lot calmer. Upper 30s on the way, getting above freezing. Mostly cloudy. Slight chance for a few snow showers still can't be ruled out. But look at the wind backing off out of the west to about 5 miles per hour at best. Here's a look at your extended forecast. So again, by Sunday, all the snow is wrapped up. Mostly sunny. Temperatures cool off with upper 20s for the high temperature after an overnight low Saturday night to around 12 degrees. We warm up into the upper 30s by Monday with a partly cloudy sky. But we look ahead towards Tuesday. Upper 30s are back yet again. Scattered snow showers on the way yet again as another system begins to move in.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team.
Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy. Featuring no dark or hidden fees at all, we offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyautosales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves. Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Comfort Shoes and More will make winter easier. Next Grip men's and ladies' boots feature cutting-edge technology to make walkways a breeze. Corkers are made with interchangeable soles to conquer the roughest winter conditions. Navitec with the flip it and clip it spikes make you confident no matter what the conditions are. Bruce McDonald's trained podorthist will make sure the fit is perfect for you. See why thousands of people have trusted Comfort Shoes and More for all of their footwear. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport.
I think you have a huge opportunity here.
Hello. Oscar-winning business mogul Gwyneth Paltrow gets sharks.
I invest in things that I would use.
Is this something you like? Shark Tank, new tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
The law.
I've been a judge for 40 years. Don't waste my time.
If you break it,
You didn't pay rent.
you'll pay for it.
It's my show. Nobody cares whether you have a personality or not.
Weeknights at 5 on ABC 7.
Back, everyone. Let's check out today's Hollywood Nation.
Welcome back, Walter. Abbott gives back, and a frightening franchise returns in today's Hollywood Nation. Today's First Looks has the terrifying trailer for Evil Dead Rise. The next chapter in the Evil Dead saga centers around two estranged sisters and one frightening family reunion cut short by the rise of demons. The horror flick is in theaters April 21st. Hulu has First Picks of History of the World Part 2, which premieres this spring. The series' sequel follows up Mel Brooks' film Part 1 40 years later. Episodes feature sketches spanning different times in history. It stars Brooks, Wanda Sykes, Nick Kroll, and Ike Barinholtz. All are writers and producers on the show.
This may come as a surprise, but
Abbott Elementary is teaming up with Donors Choose for an initiative to help public schools. In celebration of the series' return, Donors Choose will match $500,000 in donations benefiting public school teachers for a possible $1 million in classroom funding. Teachers can post projects for funding now in time for January 10th, when Donors Choose drops a special code for doubled donations. And Bryan Cranston is in character as Walter White for a Pop Corners Super Bowl ad. The actor posted a photo on Instagram in Breaking Bad form with a bag of the snacks standing in the desert. The caption says, "Breaking soon," and the Super Bowl date, February 12th. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Oscar Mayer is on the search for drivers to go around in their iconic Wienermobile. Applications are now open for their 36th class of drivers named Hot Doggers. The meat producer is looking for recent college graduates who are outgoing, friendly, and love hot dog puns. Hot Doggers will be working full-time and driving the Wienermobile across 20 states over the course of a year. I'm just confused on why it has to be a college grad. Why can't anybody do this?
Well, I don't know. I don't know this. I think they're looking for somebody because
Open it up to
I think
everybody.
part of it is they visit a lot of colleges around the country too. So they get somebody young and energetic to go out there and do that kind of thing. You don't want to see somebody like me driving it around.
I'd love to see you driving around
I'd
the
like to drive
Wienermobile,
it too,
Greg.
you know, waving to everybody. So, yeah.
It's a road trip. Like, this is an option for a great road trip.
It'd be a great job for some college kid too.
Yep.
You know, go on out there and drive the Wienermobile.
Okay, put my 2 weeks in.
Have a good day, folks.